Greetings, adventurers. It's Chris, aka Nos, with new adventures in Skyrim, and I hope all is going well with you and you're taking care of yourselves and the ones you love. Now let's talk about gamers and gaming. Not all gamers are created equal, and that's the best part about gaming, true diversity. Skyrim, as an example. I bought the game and ripped through it for PlayStation prior to any DLC, no mods, straight vanilla, son. And it was amazing. And that's a different, almost sad, and probably uncultured experience compared to, say, someone who played Oblivion before and now hopped into this game. And that is different still from someone who knows the lore across games and may have played all the games, had a character or family line that they incorporated, or styles or signature concepts since and across those games. And then there are some who just want to do a hack and slash. I know if I started in one of the first Elder Scrolls game, those kind of long concepts are things I would enjoy bringing across from game to game, seeing how I can link characters or concepts or things I enjoy across those games. And all of those are so different from my Skyrim experience, and all of this is one of my points. I get irked, just casually, in that I personally enjoy immersive and, as I say, unnecessarily esoteric role plays. Let's plays I don't like so much, and that's just for me personally. In fact, part of my role play style, especially in my earlier days and in the earlier episodes of role plays, can be a little bit more let's playish. So let's talk about the two and how they are the same and where they differ. Starting with the former, how they differ. To get this out of the way, this is the NAS definition and perspective. I'm not the gaming Bible. Yet. Let's plays are me, Chris aka NAS, talking to you as I play a game. I may explain the mechanics, or explain my thoughts, or perhaps my perspective on what I think the character is feeling or thinking. So, before we get into the story, some things about this playthrough. This is a role-playing playthrough, I'm sorry. And eventually, I'll start listing off talking about pertinent mods. I do different ones for different playthroughs. I plan to do as little fast travel as possible. If I do, I'm going to try to limit it to the carriage services. Now, in terms of how Glamick interacts with the world, it's all going to depend on him and how he plays out. We'll get more into his little bio and story in a moment. Whereas in a roleplay, theoretically at least, because many of us suffer from this, more so those of us who do not edit so much, where we can just erase out those errors, we struggle with this. But anyway, as I was saying, in a roleplay, when I say I and me, that is the character. For example, for my roleplays, Glamick or Aktarin. This is where immersion comes into play, but digression aside, in a roleplay, you may be explaining the same thing as a let's play, but the perspective may be completely different. Seeing the game through my eyes and interacting with the world is different from seeing the world through Fizban's eyes and interacting with the people, with nature, and with the politics of Skyrim like Fizban would.
I'm Calselmo's nephew. I help him around the laboratory.
Well, howdy, sir. Thank you for that. I'm here to talk to your uncle, I believe.
What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more workers or guards.
This is an excavation site, huh?
Nichuan Zell? The ruins underneath Markarth? The wealth of artifacts that I've based 2 human lifetimes of research on? You idiot! Do you even know
Well,
who I
excuse
am?
me,
the
sir.
most recognized scholar on the Dwemer in all of Tamriel. And you people keep bothering me.
Do you know who we are?
I'm sorry, I got too excited.
I
I'm
can
in the middle of
understand
some
that.
very stressful work, and I shouldn't have yelled. How can I help you?
Well, no worries about it. I understand. We've all had our ups and downs, but um now I kind of already got into the similarities, but let's go into it a little more. Both of the types explore the game, but the role plays tend to explore the game from the inside. The lore, the weather, the action and rewards, the politics, character arcs, and choices. Let's plays can explore that, or the game's play, the challenge level, the authenticity to lore. Let's plays can also be about the player themselves. This is what I like about Let's Plays and Let's Players. A lot of popular Let's Players have those fun personalities, and the game that they play is often actually secondary to the player themselves, whereas a role play is limited to the game itself and can only be moved beyond those confines and constraints with your creativity and sometimes mods. So, TLDR, if you ask me, which you didn't, roleplays tell you more about the game from the inside, the lore, the world, and the characters. Let's plays tell you more about the game from the outside, how it feels to play, what it looks like, what the specs are, and how much value you get for your money, things like that. I don't consider myself a person who does Let's Plays. I'm a role player. I'm not saying either is good, bad, worse, or better, just different. Some of you may actually enjoy my personality for some reason and may consider some of these Let's Plays, and I'm in no position to say you are wrong, and I don't see those things as negative. And then there's the crossovers mentioned above. So it all kind of fits together. I'm just happy you're here with me, if you are, and I'd love to know your comments and thoughts below. Cheers.